Try that. No? Maybe? Perhaps? Hey! It's working? No shit. Oh. Well, what do you know? Is the music too loud? Because it's like right next to the speaker. Woo! Now it's good. Cool. Well, hopefully. Kind of scared to attempt to put the headphones in, but whatever. We live and rolling now. Hopefully the treadmill won't get too loud. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. I think this is officially number 3. I'm trying to remember which one I've got. Okay. Yep. Got the drinks for the review. Tonight we got some Death Dust. Let's see here. I'll set this up. Boop, boop, boop. No, I do not want to update. Let's see if that goes. Do a little warm up walk here. All right. We are back. Another, what are we going for today? 10 to 12 again? Yeah, that should be fine today. 10 to 12 for DSDN. We've got Death Dust, and here is the mango one. We'll do a review of it. And the Death Dust in here is the lime. I think severed lime, and like the other one's called like mango chainsaw. Just super epic names. We'll give this treadmill, it gets loud, so if it gets too loud, we might attempt to put the headphones in just to see if it blocks a little bit out, but hopefully the audio doesn't go to shit. We'll see. We shall see. I do need my watch, so I'll go get that real quick. Because if it ain't on Strava, does it exist? No. Alright. Back after it. Here for DSDN. Perfect. See, I don't even have to talk. It's just right there. Def's got it. Yep, we are going to be doing this every Tuesday for a few months. Get the word out on DSDN. Hopefully help out another dad like me, and the moms too. Just the dads are cooler, so that's fact. Let's see here. Grilled cheese Obama sandwich. I need to set up the different grilled cheeses that we have, because we have several. One's name, the big one, we have a big grilled cheese. That one's name is Shane. And then we have a small little grilled cheese. That one's name is Gilly. Connect the dots. Oh. All right. Try to mentally get focused here. Terrible day at work. Awful. So we're gonna get focused on this and run that day away. I've got, of course, Kodiak balls, and then in the middle there, yes, in the middle of the balls is I think that's the Churro Latte Verb Energy Bar. We will definitely be eating that today. I need it. I haven't eaten a whole lot today because I ate so much the last couple days. I was like, I need to slow it down. We'll definitely be eating that though. We'll eat the first Kodiak ball probably around mile 4. Verb Energy somewhere 6, 7 maybe. And then the other Kodiak ball shortly after that. Cruise into 10 miles, and then we'll see how long we go after that. We'll see how we're feeling. See how the legs feel. It was a big running weekend for me. We did 26 miles between 2 days, 2 runs, but the legs were, and they felt like anchors for both runs. I mean, anchors. It's probably a combination of, I think it's my 3rd 50-mile week in a row, and I think my legs were just kind of feeling it this weekend. So, but we pushed through. We put up decent times for how I felt, and my run on Sunday morning, literally, little dude had me up at 2 in the morning, and I maybe got 20 minutes of sleep after that. And I just said, you know what, I'm awake, so we might as well just run. So it was like a 12-hour span between those runs, and my legs had not recovered, but we got her in anyway. Feeling a lot better today. So, and if you put it in perspective, there's some runners out there that I know had a much worse week. You know who you are. Dogs, bolts, broken toes, rabies shots. Oof. So my legs feeling heavy is that's easy stuff. All right, we're gonna crank her up. Legs are feeling good, but we're not going fast today. We're just getting miles in. Time on the feet. Start the watch. Boom, here we go. It seems like running isn't very safe. No, it's actually a very deadly sport. A lot of people die while they run. Just never do it. It's not for the weak, but if you are weak, Kodiak balls solves all your problems. How's the volume with the treadmill now? Too loud? Did we attempt the headphones? Hashtag fat in the chat. definitely felt fat yesterday. My God. Had all the Super Bowl food on Sunday and just took all the leftovers and made them into a giant sandwich like I was 12 again. This is so good. I think Proxy Log knows what I'm talking about on that one. Yeah, we're gonna stay at this pace today. This is true. I mean, the star sandwich, though, was always the leftover spaghetti sandwich. You can't top it. Carbs on carbs, man. What a great leftover sandwich. So good. The sauce is just a little bit thicker. I'd eat one right now. What a messy thing to eat on a treadmill, my God. Settling in here in a second. It usually takes me, with my old decrepit knees, about a mile and a half to really loosen up. They don't hurt. They're just stiff. Because I'm old. And I feel it. So, last week, one of the things we decided to do was, wherever I'm eating, drinking, I'm going to do like a rating system and score them. And the scale in which we are scoring these is, out of 21 chromosomes, how good is it? 21 obviously being the best. 0 chromosomes, you're dead and you're worthless. I think Waterboy, I wasn't calling it Waterboy on the stream last time, but that's what it is. I think I was calling it like Hydration Buddy, but it's Waterboy. And I described it as eating like a heavily salted watermelon, which is true. And I knew that it had a lot of sodium in it, like way more than what I usually take in. Yeah, I went back, looked at all the nutrition breakdown. Yeah, 10 times the salt that's in my normal liquid IV. Almost 3,000 milligrams of sodium. I normally take in 290 per drink per 16 ounces. That was 2,980 is I think was the number. So basically 3,000. Yeah, no wonder it tasted like a salt bomb. I stand by my score though. If you're really needing that, it makes sense. Go for it. And if you like salted watermelon, go for it. But man, not for me. I don't even know if I would like it if I mixed it in like 32 ounces rather than 16. But today, we're going to continue on with the death dust. I think it's called Convicted Melon, which I gave a pretty high score. I don't really remember what the score was because I kind of go with my gut on that one. More like a gut check. But I think it was high. And I looked at the nutrition on those, and it's pretty comparable to like Liquid IV. I think it's a little less. Not by much, I don't think. But we're going to be rating 2 more of those today. We'll rate the Verb. Spoiler alert, it's great. It's one of the best flavors. What else? I guess, if we're not talking about the DSDN and their organization, which is really why we're doing it, but to keep conversation flow, we can start talking running gear that I'm using. Right now I just have my run-of-the-mill Puma socks on. They're fine. They've got a little bit of cotton in them, so they're not the best when it's hot. They kind of get sweaty quick, but indoor temperature controlled treadmill, they're fine. Enough cushion, enough compression. They're fine. My main training shoes, which are holding up like iron. Super impressed. I have the Brooks Glycerin GTS 21s. Now, a few years ago, I had, I think they were the 19s. I can't remember, honestly. A couple iterations ago, so it's probably 18 or 19, 1 mile. Yeah, well, that's buckle in, Proxy. We're going a hell out of nowhere tonight. But no, I think it was the 18s or 19s, and they were great shoes, and I got like, I don't know, 400-ish miles out of them, 450. Now granted, the ones I'm wearing now have got a lot of treadmill miles on them, but even then, like the cushion, usually that's what goes on a lot of shoes, starts getting compressed, compacted. Not these. And we're almost like, I think we're inching up on 700 miles on these shoes, which is, in the running world, that's crazy. That is a bang for the buck on the shoe. Because to get decent, just a mid-level decent running shoe that's going to get you through a training block, it's hard to get underneath $100. They're out there. Find some, couple-year-old iterations. Pump down some, but it's tough. Most of the shoes that work for me, they're $150, $160 on sale. So, it's tough. So when I have a shoe that gets me to, 500 miles, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, some of your really soft soles and stuff, they wear down super fast. They might be like a speed workout shoe, and kind of meant for, 2 mile speed work, 1 mile speed work. Those wear down fast, but you're not supposed to be putting a lot of miles on them. The ones I have on now, you are. They're kind of like a do-all trainer You're not gonna go the fastest in them. You're not gonna go the longest in them, but you can split the difference there. But super impressed. Brooks have always fit my feet well. Never had an issue with them. So I kind of went back to them after a couple years for a training shoe. And these are better than the last ones I had. It's great. I don't have a race shoe anymore. I wore mine out, but I used to race in Hoka's. They're Mach 4s. Also a great shoe. Pretty fast. Not that I'm fast. The shoe is quick. It's not like it's the fastest shoe ever, but it makes a difference. And I've set a lot of PRs with that shoe. Super light, super quick, but they wear fast and they're expensive. So I probably should be looking for a new race shoe, but I'm so concentrated on long mileage right now that I'm sticking with the Brooks for however long they take me, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Trail wise, I've been using the same ones for years, and I use Ultra Lone Peaks, and I have the number 5s. Ooh, the Shasta. The Shasta one, I'm in the market for race shoes too, and trail. Well, we've talked several times about shoes. If you know what you like, you know what works for you. I think Shasta would agree. Use that. Everybody's foot's different. And if something's working, use it. And if it's not working, don't use it. I had a pair of New Balances that, man, in the store, loved them. I hadn't worn a New Balance running shoe in a long time. And I was sold on it. I loved it. Put it on, did a couple runs in it, still loved it. And one day, I think I was on like a 10K run. I had this little spot in my ankle that was giving me fits. And then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse, to the point where one day I was like 3 miles away from my house and I just stopped running, walked the rest of the way home, did some compare and contrasting between other shoes and figured out it was those New Balances. And it's just kind of how my foot and ankle was riding in those shoes. And they became my glorified walking shoes. I don't feel it when I just use them walking around or whatever, but I can't run in them. So, live and learn. Maybe one day I'll give New Balance another shot, but I don't. As of right now, the shoes they're making are just apparently not for my foot. So Brooks and Hoka's. I went through 2 pairs to Rincons. I think both pairs were 3s, Rincon 3s. Those are great shoes too. Yes. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. You just needed a New Balance. Yeah, I needed a New Balance. That wasn't New Balance. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Hoka's. They're pricey, but I think they've leveled out. They used to be in the market, kind of in the upper tier. And I think most of their lines are in that mid-tier option on price, because everything's kind of caught up to them. They haven't really gotten cheaper. It's just everything's kind of crept up. Now, Proxy with the running in Crocs, oh, it's been done. In fact, I think I can look, if I remember right, it's either this year or last year's Guinness Book of World Records has a big page of the fastest marathon in Crocs. I blame the medical industry. Everybody in the hospital, you look around, and it's like the starting line of the Boston Marathon, minus the carbon plating shoes. But yeah, it's all the nurses and doctors that are all in like your Pokebond 9s, and it's very common. And yeah, so why not jack up the price? Demand. Like my wife, she's on her feet all day and she wears Hokas. She wears the Arahis. I don't know if she runs and works out in the same shoes, but I think so. I'll ask her. Where are we at? 2 miles in. What else? Socks. Told you what I was wearing right now, but typically Speedwork socks. I've got nice thin ankle cushion socks, and I think the company is what is it? Fervent, maybe? I'll have to look into that. I really like them. They're a really good sock for hot days, speed work. You can really feel the shoe and ground beneath you. Good contact. It's not sliding around the insoles. Good compression. If I'm going anything above 10 miles outside, got a couple brands that I like. I got Bombas. I have a couple pairs of their running shoes. One's like a thicker crew top sock that I use on trails a lot. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Hell yeah. And then I like Jenny socks for really long trail runs. Toe socks. The problem with toe socks, it's pretty obvious. They are hard to get on. So I've gotten better at it, but I think in the midst of a race and you're at an aid station and you want to change your socks out, probably not the best idea unless you're just really fast with them. But for me, I've gone easily over 20 miles in those socks and they were fine. Didn't have any desire to change them out. So I plan on testing them further. I want to do a trail marathon in them, see how they feel. If they feel good on that trail marathon, then I might consider taking those to my first big trail race and just wearing them the whole time. Just kind of plan on that and then have like emergency backups. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Man, what year was Roller Coaster? Yeah, I think it was Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I think that's the one I played a bunch. What year was that? It had to be like 97, 98. Oh wow, 2002. I was way off. Played that a bunch. And I think it was 2. It could have been number 1. I don't know. I might have to ask Roxy and Shasta on that one, whether it was Tycoon 2 or the original. Because it might have been the original. I just remember, which I think anybody, 2 is way better than every single. Yeah, it's probably 2. But I definitely remember showing my sister how to play it. And then I would say something like, oh, there's the question, wife. You use your Arahis when you're working, right?
Yes.
What do you run in?
My Arahi.
Okay. So yes, she works and runs in the Iraqis. Do you need something, Normal?
No.
Okay. How's little dude? But anyway, back on track. I'd show my sister how to play, and then I would be like, which one do you think is you? She'd be like, I think that one's me. And then I would just pick up that character, throw it in the water and watch it drown. She gets so upset, she'd cry. I was laughing my ass off. Hilarious. She would build custom roller coasters, and she was still pretty young. She'd been 9. They're pretty simple coasters, and I'd go into her save file and delete a part of the track. So next time that she loaded up and they got on the roller coaster, everybody would die. She'd get real upset. Good shit. That's like old school griefing. You had to wait till the person logged off, get into their save files, grief them on the one family computer. Coming up on 3 miles in, we're gonna test out. I don't know how many save files my dad and brother deleted of mine. Ooh, that would have destroyed me. Whoa. Oh no. That's terrible. Why? Now that's real childhood trauma. Yeah, freaking boomer. Okay. That's the lime. 3 miles. Lime is good. But if memory serves me correctly, the convicted melon, in my opinion, was better. And by a little bit. I don't remember what I scored the convicted melon, but I think I scored it pretty high. 19 cronies? I don't think this lime is 19 for me. But it's good. I don't think it's an 18. I think we're at 17 with the lime. So we're going severed lime, 17 cronies. Oh, the strawberry lemonade. Oh, that was the Water Boy strawberry lemonade. Was it 11? Yeah, that was... It got a lot of points for the nutrition part of it because I gave it some props. 3,000 sodium. Jesus. That's definitely a if you need it, use it kind of scenario. Yeah, we're going 17 with the severed lime. Good, but I think the next test with that one would be put it up against one of the citrus versions of the liquid IV and really see what I think. Try it again, just to make sure. Yeah, we're going 17 on that. Thought about going even a little bit lower, but no. I like the aftertaste. It carries on. It's not too sweet. It's good. We're sticking with it. Now the other one I've got, we'll try here in a second, is the mango chainsaw. Mango chainsaw. Bone saw. Some people do that. And then, I don't know if there's, I think there's another flavor. There's the convicted melon, mango chainsaw, severed lime. Maybe there was only 3 in that pack. Mango and peach are your favorites for just the regular water. Okay. I think it was Juggernaut who was saying his favorite was the lime. It was good. Lime's good. For me, melon is reigning king still. Now, my question with the chat is, so of the liquid deaths, I'm assuming they have an entire still line, just regular flavored water, then maybe a carbonated line, and is the carbonated line the same flavors as the regular waters? Because I've seen a bunch of their cans. Seems like they're everywhere. And you kind of almost need to be in that world to know the difference. Because, like, I've been a LaCroix and Bug League guy for a while. It's all carbonated. But I know when Liquid Death came out, I think the main can was just water. They have still and sparkling plain water. The flavors are all sparkling. What a powder. Okay. So the still, plain water, no flavor. If there is a flavor, it's carbonated. Got it. Duly noted. Which I guess makes sense. Alright, we're coming up about a quarter mile off of 4 miles, and we might eat half of the Kodiak ball. I've got 2. Like I said, haven't eaten much today. Kind of in some need of carbs and calories right now. And then we'll wash it down with some of the mango. And we'll give it a score. But to circle back onto why I'm on a treadmill in the first place is I'm training for an ultra marathon, and it kind of struck me of while I'm doing that, let's become a fundraising partner with DSDN and combine those two and just see what I can do on raising awareness and raising money for them, because why not? It's a great organization. Gives me a little bit of a different motivation for running, where it's not as self-centered, which I think is healthy. As far as the dust, it looks like the 3-pack is the only 3 flavors. Okay, so we're gonna try this mango, and then we've tried all the death dust. I'm gonna be super biased when it comes to the liquid IVs. It's gonna be like low scores of 19. Everything's gonna be like 19s and 20s. I have my favorites. We'll save those for, that'll be the benchmark 21s. The blackjacks. The Trisomy 21 blackjack. Does a Down syndrome kid have an advantage at the blackjack table? Think about it. He's always hitting on 21. That needs to be a shirt. Down syndrome always wins blackjack. Also, I think it's kind of fitting that the Brooks I'm wearing are glycerin 21s, and the color is, the theme is kind of yellow and blue, which is the Down syndrome awareness colors for the ribbon. Living in a simulation, people. Oh, yeah, stand at 21. We were in Vegas recently, and a buddy of mine, what did he send me? That's right, there he goes. Stay up for 24 straight hours, smoke a big fat cigar, and hit on 18 for me. Nice. That's one way to do Vegas. Alright, coming up to 7K. A little over 4 miles in. Time to bust out the first Kodiak ball of the night. This is a thing and will remain a thing for the live streams because it's part of my daily routine. Bam! Kodiak balls. It doesn't grow hair on your chest. Grow steel-plated hairs on your chest. It doesn't put ice in your veins. It puts like protein-rich testosterone ethanol in your veins. High-octane alcohol. Yum. Perfect. In fact, I gotta mix up some more. I think these are my last ones. They're easy though. It's like a pre-made powder. You dump in peanut butter, honey, water, mix it up, and you're done. Sometimes I'll add like some vitamin powder, and if I want it a little bit sweeter and more calories, I'll do half water, half maple syrup for that portion. Just gotta play with it. Typically I use peanut butter. Sometimes I'll use almond butter. Whatever floats my boat that week. We're eating the whole thing. I was gonna wait. Why? Why wait? Okay. Here in a second, we are going to try the mango. Here we go. A little shake. I like that. That is good. We need another one. Ooh. I don't think it's convicted melon good. But is it better than the lime? Ooh. That's tough. I like the initial flavor of the mango more. I like how the lime carries on and how it finishes. It goes way longer on the palate. I think we're even Stevens. I think I gave the lime a 17. I think we're giving the mango a 17 as well. Still pretty darn good, but not as good as the melon. couple points off. That melon was fantastic, so going with my gut here. Both death dusts tonight are 17s. Big old melon head. Size of a Kodiak ball. Made out of real rabbit beaver scrotum. Ground up talons out of a bald eagle. And the rabbit snot out of a grizzly bear. I'm pretty sure the Kodiak protein balls, that's what I can't remember his name, but the guy on the buffalo, that's what he ate before he trained that buffalo and started riding it and breaking that buffalo in. Daily dietary supplement right there for him. Guy on a buffalo. 5 miles. We might take it to above 10 today. I don't know. Again, we are running on fuel for a good cause. But if I start to fade off, I'm not going to push it. We're going to be doing this every week for a minute. For whoever joins. And hopefully, it reaches somebody who could really use this information. It's ultimately the goal. Or at least raise enough money that DSDN can reach out to more people, which is the big goal. 22,000 reached, I think. Let's double it. Yum. Eating on stream feels so weird. I don't know how like the mukbang people do it. Feel so exposed. In a restaurant, no one's focusing on you. Not that anybody's focusing. Whoa! Who's that? That little dude? Here, hold on. Hold on. You gotta get him in frame.
Reaching for you.
Woo! Hello. Oh. Hi. You see yourself? You see yourself? It's you. Yeah. Can you wave? Oh, no one's back there. Can you wave there? Yeah. Are you waving? See, that's you. That's you. Talk about melon heads. Melon head. Yeah. That's you. That's you. We're doing this for you, buddy. Good burp. Do you guys hear that? Solid burp. Good belch. Now you can touch that. All right. Should probably hand you off. I'm all sweaty.
He has not stopped.
Hasn't stopped, huh?
Hasn't slept.
Hasn't slept, hasn't stopped. Can't stop, won't stop, buddy. Yeah, you were up there. You were right there. We're 44 minutes in. We're about halfway done. We're halfway done. Goes so quick. when you're talking. Yeah. Yeah. You can clap. Or wave. That's close enough. Alright. Say bye. Can you wave? Can you wave? Yeah. Good job, buddy. Awesome. Love you too, babe. Alright. The reason we're doing it. Special little dude. Oh yeah, great push. Had some oomph. Man, I didn't realize how much I was sweating until I started holding them. You might need to get new clothes before that. Whoops. Sorry, Mom. I'll probably end up doing it. Alright, let's kick her back up. See where we are. I think about halfway. A little over. Well, if we stop at 10. I got some traveling coming up, so might try to push it a little bit. Go a little bit further. We'll see. Settle back in here. Get some lime. Good. Yep. Off the rip. Mango. Coming down. Lime. Even Steven. Alright, we're settled back in. Try to hit the groove. Legs are feeling great. Almost polar opposite of how they felt on Saturday. Saturday was tough. That was I don't know, mentally I was locked in. Mentally I was like, this is how far you're going today. We're not going all out, but we're pushing a little bit. I was in full gear for full pack out for like a trail run. Just testing out the vest where I had certain things in certain pockets. Good little training run. But the legs, they had a different plan. And used a lot of my, well, what little bit I have of my arm and core strength just to kind of push myself through. Some runs are like that. That's okay. And some runs are like this. My legs feel great. Sometimes it's a mystery. There's probably a lot of science behind it, but where your rest days hit and whatnot. I think we hit 52 or 53 miles last week. And I'd say I'd go for 55 this week, but with the traveling, always throws a wrench in stuff. Where we're going is terrible weather. I've already looked at it. It'll be super cold, possibly a lot of ice, freezing rain shit. Not really ideal. So I can pack all my running stuff for that and attempt it, but you naturally don't go as fast. You're not in your normal place, environment. You're running slower, so you're not getting the same amount of miles in anyway. Do what you can. And you want to spend, like when you're doing traveling and you're seeing family, it's kind of the point of just kind of being around family. So, on those days, I'm just gonna do as much arms and core as I can. Body weight stuff, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, squats. Keep the blood pumping. And use them kind of as rest days. And come back and whoop some ass. Got a big trail run coming up. Might be some good rest days in there to, if there is anything that's underlying right now, just let it heal. Not really feeling anything in my legs at the moment, but typically you don't till it's too late. And in this training block, we're staying healthy. That's one of our biggest goals. It's been our biggest hurdle in the past. It's our biggest goal right now. Well, not the biggest, but it's up there. It's top 3. Stay healthy. Push when you can push. Relax when you can relax. We're not going out there to get first place. We're going out there to complete it. Set some PRs. 6 mile. Coming up on 10K. So this summer there's a overnight race. It's pretty close to where I live. Really close. Like 30 minutes. And it's like you can do a 3-hour, 6-hour, or 12-hour run. And got some friends that are doing it. If the timing works out, which I don't know yet, I really haven't looked at the calendar because they haven't set a date for it yet. So I don't know exactly when it is. But I think it's in early July. But I figure take that 12-hour, turn that into kind of a nice solid 50-mile training run. Not that I'm going to run 50 miles in that 12-hour period. Treat it like I'm about to run 50 miles. I gotta take my time with it. Just see how my nutrition goes, my hydration goes, what little mental hurdles I have to battle to get through it. See how long I can hold a whatever pace, maybe like a 12-minute mile pace. See how long I can maintain that. See how long it takes for me to drop down to like a 13, 14 mile pace. Just see what it does. Don't go in there with any expectations other than have fun and be out there for half a day or all night. Hang out, meet people. I don't know, maybe we look more into like holding a gimbal and doing a little bit of a live streaming thing there. I can wear some of my DSDN shirts and hats and whatnot, which I kind of should be doing right now. We'll do that next time. We'll wear the DSDN hat next stream. Yeah, we're cruising right now, feeling pretty good. Kind of locked in. I think Deft has been keeping track of all the ratings and scores, and he's already got like a spreadsheet and everything going, which is awesome. It was like 5 minutes after last stream and he's sending me screenshots and he's already got like all the info done. It's like on top of it. Pretty crazy. But I think we're gonna kind of make that a part of every stream. I'm gonna try to at least rate something. Drinks, food, gear. We can start rating some gear. If we raise enough money and it comes through, and rating stuff like that kind of gets a little bit more traction going, might be willing to go out and purchase some stuff. It's kind of have to be worth it. A lot of that running stuff's so expensive that I kind of have to justify it, but I don't know if that's what gets people to watch and gets people to donate, then it's worth it. Just a thought. Nipple tape rankings, buddy. Can't beat the ones I use. So my wife is a PTA, does home health. Got all the different athletic tapes, physical therapy tapes, medical tapes. And I'm not sure what it's called, but no matter how far I run, how much sweat gets on it, how wet it gets, what shirt I'm wearing, the tape does not fall off. And I'm wearing it right now. Maybe if we raise enough money, I'll do a nip slip for the stream. Show you the tape. Now I might have to reserve that for the OnlyFans page. I think the only bad part about the tape I use is it just comes in one long roll. So you gotta cut it to size. And I tell you what, If you're hairy like me, you won't have very much hair around your nipples for very long. Strong tape. No, I have not yet, but we're coming up on that. I'm gonna consume that at 7 miles, which we're almost there. I think it's the Verb Churro Latte. It's a good one. I've had all the Verbs before. My wife discovered that company years and years ago. They were still operating out of their basement. She used to get all kinds of like founders deals. She had like a personal email written to her. Like I said, this is years ago. And now you can buy Verb at Costco. Pretty awesome. I don't know if like that family sold to a different corporate institution. I don't know. I don't know if it's family owned anymore. I doubt it, but it started out that way. She started with them. I jumped on the bandwagon, and I've been using it ever since. 7 miles. Time for the Verb. There it is. Kind of looks like a toaster strudel made out with a granola bar. Very clean, all organic stuff. Kind of sweet, especially this one. I have a sweet tooth, which is great. Perfect for me. And the same amount of caffeine as a shot of espresso. Jet fuel. Gotta watch out for them Verb tariffs, man. It's gonna go through the roof. I'll have to sell my Dogecoin to buy my Verbs. What a conundrum. What a great bar. Hard to compare it to anything. If I was going to, I would say, have you ever had a honey stinger stroop waffle thing and a Cliff Bar and mash them together? It's kind of what you're getting. But the Verb is better than any Cliff Bar or any stroop waffle, honey stinger waffle out there. And that flavor, that churro latte, fits right in with that espresso caffeine. Pairs so good. Is it perfect? I don't know if it's perfect. It's close. It is one of the best flavors. But holding out for some Verbs in the future because I know what's out there. It's not perfect, but it's as close as you can get. 20 chromies for the churro latte Verb. 20 grams. We're sticking with it. in about half a mile, that caffeine's gonna hit. We're just gonna cruise for however long we want. Wash it down with Sublime. Yum. Mango. Yum. So good. Kind of excited to go back to the convicted melon after having these. I'll probably drink that tonight after the stream, just so it's all fresh in my head, on my palate. The next week we might adjust some scores, but gut's telling me 17 for those. It was 19 last week for the convicted melon. And I feel that's pretty accurate for me. How long have we been going? Streaming for an hour and 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Been running an hour and 5. Had to stop and get little dude in here so he can wave. It's one of his favorite things now. Gotta wave. We'll have to clap, and he will look around the room and make sure everyone's clapping. And if you aren't clapping, you get the stink eye. Kids with Down syndrome have a special stink eye too. Really guilts you. A real, you better start clapping now. Clap now or you'll regret it kind of vibe. And then you start clapping. Happiest kid in the world. The little dude loves music too. Dances to everything. Commercial background music, it don't matter. Ringtones, they don't matter. We're dancing. We're head bopping. The other night, we listened to Led Zeppelin for the first time. The little dude's first exposure. He was digging it. For those of you who don't know, Led Zeppelin, definitely a niche band. It is a reggae band playing Led Zeppelin cover songs where the lead singer is an Elvis impersonator. Yeah, and it's awesome. And it works. It works amazingly well. And the band themselves are as funny as the concept. I remember their old guitarist used to wear a Speedo and a shower curtain as a cape. And that's what he wore on stage. Shower cape. There's also the manager, the stage manager, is always up there in a suit to personally give the Elvis impersonator a towel to wipe his sweaty face whenever he needs it. He doesn't play an instrument, and he just kind of stands around and makes sure everybody's good. But he's always on stage. hilarious. Eight Mile. I'm pretty sure Robert Plant had some comments or a statement or something years ago about Dred Zeppelin. For the life of me, I can't remember what he said, but knowing Robert, it was probably a underhanded compliment followed by some kind of laugh. I don't know, I'm guessing. But yeah, if you want a different experience, Dred Zeppelin, check them out. I want to say like early 90s, somewhere in there. I don't remember, maybe late 80s, something like that. What do we got? 13K. $16K. You're at 10 miles. Oh, just found the YouTube vid of him talking about it. Seemed like a fan, yeah. I can see Robert getting a chuckle out of him. Because they work good. Yeah, that's true, but he's got a weirdness when it comes to like band appreciation. I think he would like Dred Zeppelin more than he liked Led Zeppelin, if I'm being honest. There is one song, I'm pretty sure it's original from Dred. And it's, I think it's called Big Old Gold Bell. It's like, big old gold bell. If that's not an original song, and that is a cover, I really want to know who wrote it. Was it Elvis? Oh man, that song's hilarious. But my dad, he had two of their albums growing up, which is where I got exposed to them. Those were fun road trips. Dred Zeppelin on the radio. And like the Elvis impersonator, he's always got like the most cliche hacky Elvis costume on. In the early years, he literally had like sideburn stickers on his head. Classic. I think he eventually grew out the sideburns, but for years they were just stick-on sideburns like you would find in a costume shop. Like they didn't even have like fake hair on them. Literally just looked like you put Sharpie on her face. Like, not even trying. Which is kind of the point. It's hilarious. But as far as the musicality, they nailed it. Like, actually, a good reggae band. And the Elvis impersonator, I don't know, solid 6 out of 10. Stack Zeppelin on top of that, he's an 8 out of 10. What's the benchmark for that? Who do you compare that to? How many Led Zeppelin Elvis impersonators are there? I can think of one. So I guess technically 10 out of 10. All right. Not too far away from 9 miles. Definitely for the first couple albums, I'll give you that. Maybe not every song on the second album, but a lot of them. By the third album, it was like more like Zeppelin and Rush combined. Because like the last album they put out, you listen to that all the way through and go back to the first one. Actually, huge difference there. But if you listen to all the albums in a row, it's like this gradual build to their own sound. Their own sound. A combination of a bunch of 70s and 80s bands. I think there's a song on the second album that's literally has the same opening and bass line as like When the Levee Breaks. I think that's the second album. Like it starts out like almost the exact same. But I'm a sucker for it. I love it. It's great. To pull that off is awesome. Who didn't want to be a Zeppelin band? Who didn't want to be that growing up? If you're a rock and roll, you're playing music, and you remotely liked Zeppelin, like, that was like S tier status. So to even be in that conversation is impressive. But yeah, if you don't think that it's heavily inspired, you're kidding yourself. Uh-oh. Carter will not fall asleep. Little dude is hanging on. Some nights are like that. He will fight to the bitter end. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when he's walking and running around. Oh no, he got into verbs. Dude, if little dude got into caffeine, we'd have a real problem. A real problem. He'd probably just look like when, what was it? It was a movie Flubber. Robin Williams. When the flubber gets out, literally just goes crazy. Basically that. Because he's got two modes, on and off, and it's the extreme ends of both. He's easy. He's an easy kid to take care of in retrospect. With all of his health stuff, he almost always sleeps through the night. The only time he cries is when he's like super tired, which don't we all? He's tube fed, so he's really never like hungry crying. He's just almost 2 and can't walk or crawl because he's got Down syndrome. So it's different hurdles. He has a lot of therapies throughout the week. I think always at least 3. Yeah. Speech, OT, occupational, and then feeding therapy. And then on rotating weeks, I can't remember, he has another person come in to the house and does a lot of analysis and see where he's at. It becomes basically a therapy session there. And then my mom is a saint. Puts him through therapy every day. So the kid works hard every day to try to keep up with the typical children of the world. But it's all in their time. With him, he's got all the skills and strength to crawl. It's just he's gonna do it when he wants to do it. Same thing with just sitting upright. For the longest time, he would just lay there. Almost had baby abs. The way he used to do leg lifts in his bouncer. Super strong core. Had all the motor skills and balance to sit up if he wanted to. He just didn't want to. And then one day, and now that's all he does. Boop. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here now. Can he crawl? If he wanted to. But he prefers just kind of army scoot around and roll where he wants to go. Yeah. Whatever, man. But that kind of brings us circle back to DSDN. A lot of those programs, that's who they get you in contact with. Give you that guidance on where to go, who to talk to. Hey, your child's gonna have issues here, here, and here. This is what to expect. This is who you talk to. This is your timeline, your guideline. Without that, you're lost. So it's like a Down syndrome plot map. Here, here, and here. That's where everything is. That's where you need to go. Coming up on 10K. A little over a quarter mile left. Or not 10K, but 10 mile. 16K. The question is, do we eat another Kodiak ball and go a couple more miles? I think we do. Kind of make up for the miles we're not going to get this weekend. We might just pad the stats here. Do some Angel Reese rebounding stat padding. Angel Reese! Burn! If you know, you know. we're doing it. A 10 mile, we need it. We'll stop it at 12. And I think for the rest of the week, we'll see if we can do another 12 tomorrow. Another 12 after that. 36 miles, 3 days. Maybe I get up early Friday morning. Doubt it. I'm an evening runner, not a morning guy. I take the late shift with the kiddos, so getting up early is almost never my thing. Just how it works out. Almost 10 miles. Start munching on the bottles. But I'm gonna have to clean the treadmill. Always wiped it down with like a Lysol one. We ran out. So now, I've been using baby wipes, because that's what's in the house. Seems to work. Smells funny. And so good. Sustenance. Solid. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll take it to 12. End it there. Go get some real food. As powerful as the Kodiak balls are, they shouldn't be your only source of calories. It'd be too much. You'd explode from just pure strength and testosterone. A worthy death. But let's not die yet. I've tried that once. Not fun. I think we need to figure out what I'm going to be rating next week. Probably bring in another flavor of Verb. Put that in there. Then drink-wise, we've done the death dusts. I might start on that liquid IV train. Go for those. They're good. That was another company that my wife latched onto pretty early on, that eventually you could buy it in Costco now. Maybe that's her superpower. She's a Costco company launch pad. Got up on a 90 minutes on the watch. Pretty good clip today. Keeping that pace between 6.5, 7 miles an hour, somewhere in there. Kind of go up and down a little bit with my stride. Kind of averages out though. I think I said this last time, but I always go by my watch. That's where I keep everything consistent, going from inside to outside. Base it on my effort level and my stride, where it feels. And with this treadmill, it's pretty accurate. As long as I keep it between like 5 and 8 miles an hour, it's pretty close. With my stride, you get it below 5 miles an hour, it gets wonky. Above 8 miles an hour, it gets wonky. And it doesn't really match up. That sweet spot's like 6.5, 7 miles an hour, which is where I usually keep it for these treadmill runs nowadays. I used to do some speed work on the treadmill because it keeps you honest, because if you slow down, you're gone. So you just gotta keep up and keep with the pace. It did good. I set up a couple PRs in that training block. And I was doing about a treadmill run every 10 days, even in the summer. And it worked. Like I said, it keeps you honest. You do not want to trip on a treadmill when it's going 10 miles an hour and you're not wearing the little safety tag. You're gonna go down, you're gonna get launched, and it's gonna hurt. We should be coming up on 11 miles here shortly. Where are we at? Yep. Still feeling pretty good. Legs are still decent. Still way better than Saturday, Sunday morning. And it's way better than getting bit by a canine. ouch. I've had my scares, but I've either outran the dog, because it was like a small, piddly little dude, couldn't keep up, or if it was a big dog, I turned around and played nice and it became a friend. Some say Shasta just needed to do more speed training. I'm sure the adrenaline was running. "11 miles. But yeah, it was Shasta. And he's had a hell of a week of running. Had a sidewalk hold. Tried to take his toe out. I mean, he showed me a picture. I mean, it's like a 3-inch part of a steel bolt sticking up out of sidewalk concrete. And he waylaid it with his toe. Said it didn't break, but I've said that before. After pretty sure breaking my toe playing soccer, and that was 20 years ago, 19 years ago, and my toe's still messed up, but I always said I never broke it. Yeah, I broke it. Shasta, you might have broke it, but they're toes. Toes are meant to be broken. Is the music still being able to come through the loud treadmill? I've got the speaker on level 3. Treadmill drowned it out. I think it's got to be a balance of, if I turn the music up too high, you wouldn't be able to hear me. I don't know. We can try it. Where is it? That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. .5 would be perfect. Well, we'll leave it at 6. Basically 3/4 of a mile to go. And we're shutting her down for the night. Going for about an hour and 40 minutes. All said and done. One of these days one of these weeks we'll jump on here and do a full half marathon. Who knows? Maybe we'll do some really long runs. Really try to raise some money. But I kind of plan on doing some of that outside. probably won't stream like this long, but definitely like have a little bit of outside going. Then again, it's like, could I record something and then upload it later? Probably, but like I said, I don't have like that much time to edit, so it literally just be like, boom, here's a cut together piece of footage. And it would be more or less just to have it archived for later, which I think I figured out how to do. Pretty sure it was working earlier, to where when I end the stream now, it automatically uploads to the Twitch page, and then I can upload it to YouTube and keep archive there. In the chance that one day, little dude wants to see dad run. Woot. Who knows? A little after 8. Coming up on an hour and 40 minutes run time. Still feeling pretty solid, thanks to the Kodiak balls, a little energy from the bird, some hydration from the death dust, successful fueling. One of the biggest hurdles for ultra running. Maybe we'll get into that on one of these runs. We can talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to fueling. Because I've been there. I've had a 23-mile trail run where I fueled perfectly, and I had enough gas in the tank to go further, but my conditioning wasn't there yet. And I've also done half that and failed miserably. Totally forgot to take in enough fuel, enough water, cramped up like you wouldn't believe. It was a struggle just to get back to the car. Those are not fun. I've actually had that happen in the middle of a race where they had to come get me and put me on a stretcher cart. You want to talk about being humbled real quick. Go out there thinking you're a badass, and then you get carted off because you cramped up and can't walk anymore in front of 1,000 people. It's great. It's a great feeling. I'm not saying it happened, but I'm pretty sure I heard someone yell pussy when I was going by a crowd. Ouch. Oh, it was you. I knew I recognized that voice. What? How much longer do you have? I don't know. Not much. Almost done. In fact, there's 12 miles right there. We're gonna shut her down. Pink. Alright. Well, thought if I said it out loud enough, you'd jump. I started running the old no balls method. I wish. That was a brutal day, though. Brutal day. Hour 42, 12 miles. Nice and easy. talking pace, save. It's always funny, the Garmin will be like, your recovery time needs to be this. I never follow it. 18 hours, it's probably not a bad idea. Cool, well thanks for joining me again, letting me rant and talk about the mundane. But the reason we're doing this, DSDN, click the links, go check them out, read their mission statement. It's all good stuff. Help me out. It's going to help out more in the future. Hopefully it gets exponentially bigger and this thing just keeps growing. I think they're up to 22,000 people reached. There's no reason that can't be doubled. There's plenty of families out there who need the information, and there's always someone who's being born with Down syndrome, which means there's always parents that need that information. So we're just gonna keep doing this. We're gonna try to do it every Tuesday. We're just gonna keep running. Moro or Deft mileage was 12.03, I think. We're gonna keep track of that, just how many miles we run live, and he's gonna help me out keeping track of all that. But we're gonna end the stream there. We will do this again next week. We will see you then, and maybe by then we'll come up with like some kind of signing off Down syndrome thing. I don't know. We'll think about it. I did not come up with one this week, so we'll do something like that so it's not so awkward just to hit the stop button like I'm about to do. Yeah.